Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the shittiest fucking stream in all of YouTube.
You know what's awesome? When software changes your settings without your authorization or know-how. Anyways, as if anyone's gonna see this shit anyway. Welcome, one and all. Welcome somebody. Fuck me, man. All right. Yee. All right. Get that shit off the screen. Get that crap out of here. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Yeah, make that. It makes it a little bit smaller. Damn, you're ugly. All right. Why is our green screen pink? Technical difficulties are. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So, let's do it. Let's find the shit we were gonna talk about.
Launch Gideon, America's first.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, there was a mass shooting in Minnesota at a Catholic church. Mostly children. 2 children were killed. We're not even going to mention the dipshit's name. But the dipshit is a tranny, so there's that. And this freak wrote all kinds of weird shit on his guns, his firearms, and everyone's rushing to politicize this. And we even have this guy called Aaron Cohen, who sees no opportunity to even let the bodies get cold of this mass shooting. And this gentleman, let's have him say it in his own words, shall we? Take it away, Mr. Aaron Cohen.
Correct. I am now about to launch Gideon, America's first ever AI threat detection platform built specifically for law enforcement. It scrapes the internet 24/7 using an Israeli-grade ontology to pull specific threat language and then routes it to local law enforcement.
Only one catch. The FBI monitors quite a lot of people, and the mass shooting still fucking happened. Now, imagine that. And does anyone else find it a little weird that the FBI can find a 70-year-old grandma that was at January 6th? They can compile the names and lists of every asshole that dared set foot in the Capitol on January 6th, but yet the FBI can't step in and stop these mass shooters. Almost as if it's neglectful on purpose to push an anti-gun agenda, to somehow push more authoritarianism. And of course, what we got here, we have this guy, he wants to essentially introduce AI into our law enforcement and federal agencies that's essentially pre-crime. Like that fucking movie Minority Report. Look, well, although granted, it may or may not stop mass shootings, but I don't know about you guys, but this kind of makes me on the edge a bit. And the only thing that's going to solve is the AI is going to report all these people, and then it's going to disperse law enforcement resources to people who could be mass shooters or not, and waste their time and resources. And not only that, not every freak and crazy person utilizes the internet. So what if someone's just offline, right? So obviously there's already ways around that. But anyways, let's hear what else he has to say.
It's a 24/7 detective. It never sleeps, and it's going to get us in front of these attacks.
Would it have picked up on this, do you think?
100%. I wish my program would already be up. We're not launching until next.
By the way, this guy's going on and on about his AI bullshit program. This kid this mass shooter had posted his evidence, and that he stated that he was going to plan the mass shooting on this platform on YouTube. YouTube! The platform that will remove you from making jokes about thick thighs save lives, but will allow a mass shooter to post his manifesto, to post pictures of his guns with shit scrawled on them, with political slogans, messaging. YouTube will allow that, but ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, how dare I bring up the shit that they'll ban people for making thick thighs save lives. That's bad. But the same platform will allow a fucking mass shooter to essentially post his manifestos, pictures and videos of his guns. So, and this was up way before the shooting ever happened. The shithead had videos on his YouTube channel, and did anyone stop him before that? No. So essentially we have this piece of shit here, this tyrant that wants to push AI, which is more authoritarianism that probably wouldn't stop shit anyway, let's be honest.
week. I've got a dozen agencies on board, Trace. I just unloaded a major Northeast agency with over 2,700 sworn. This is America's early warning system.
Basically, basically, I have a plan to institute pre-crime minority report bullshit. And, yeah, we're gonna tyrannize the American people. We didn't even allow the 2 dead children and their families to grieve yet. And we're already talking about plans about instituting AI, gun banning, and we're gonna get into the Minnesota governor's take on this too, because he had some shit. So, bear with me as we switch to that. But yeah, regardless, again, with every fucking mass shooting, there's people jumping at just absolutely jumping at the
conjunction with a magazine.
Oh fuck, that's all right. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, even Trey Gowdy was suggesting gun control. Yeah, Trey Gowdy of South Carolina, is it? So you have Republicans and Democrats just seething and jumping to politicize this horrible incident that happened before the bodies are even cold. But let's see what the governor of Minneapolis, Minnesota, who gives a shit?
The reality is that we have more guns in America than we have people. The reality is that we have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine before
30 clips with a conjunction of a magazine. That's spectacular, because a gun like that doesn't exist. But let's rewind that.
we have people. The reality is that we have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine.
So he's talking about a gun that like doesn't fucking exist. So he's pretending like he knows shit about guns. Now, of course, I would display how this is wrong, but again, on this platform, we can have a mass shooter post videos of his guns with political slogans on them and how he's saying he's going to kill fucking kids. But on a live stream, I can't show you for educational purposes why what this guy is saying is wrong. But clips are usually a stripper clip, sometimes we call them, used for bolt action rifles or even semi-autos, where you put it in there and you push the chain of bullets into the gun, right? Or it's in the well-known M1 Grand, where you have a assortment of 8 bullets in a clip, that you push into the gun, and a magazine. So what he's describing is a gun that literally doesn't exist. But again, we're talking about a anti-gun retard that's talking like he knows shit about shit
Before the person even needs to reload.
So this guy's saying, let's replay that.
Have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine before the person.
So this guy's saying this imaginary gun uses both clips and magazines and can fire 30 clips and magazines
Even needs to reload.
Without reloading. So that's a fantastic sci-fi gun. So this guy's describing something that you'd see in a fucking sci-fi movie. So it's a weapon that's large enough to be reloaded by clips and magazines and can rattle off 30 clips. Let's see, 30 times 3. Yeah, 30 clips and magazines. No, I'm just trying to do the math. 30 times 30 is what? Hold on. So 30 times 30. Oh wow, so that's a gun that has a capacity to shoot over 900 rounds without having to reload. Okay, wow, that's fantastic, man. I didn't know such a thing existed, but apparently.
The reality is that these guns make their way into cities across America by the trunkload.
Trunkload. So I would like to ask this governor where it is exactly. I could buy a trunkload of guns, because that'd be pretty fucking sweet. That sounds like a good deal to me.
and it's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Well, yeah, I mean, if this guy was saying, you know, he's talking about a gun, that would be pretty terrifying because he shoots 30 clips and magazines without having to be reloaded once. Yeah, that would be terrifying because that'd be a pretty crazy, like, crazy awesome gun. But yeah, that's the mayor, governor of Minneapolis or Minnesota. Oh, Minneapolis. And of course, he doesn't know shit about shit. And he's politicizing the death of 2 children caused by a transgender man. No one gives a shit. That guy's quite frankly burning in hell right now. But yeah, that's first big section of today's video. It's not all serious stuff, but what a load of shit. And again, it's just absolutely amazing how quick people are to jump to just politicize these tragedies. Again, they waste no time, no shame. Speaking of more political shit.
I had to cancel my vacation with my family because where we were going to go and vacation at, they have already stopped certain things of being able to be purchased with EBT. Well, because of this, that would mean I would have to buy the majority of my family's food out of pocket.
Yeah.
And that would dig into my money I have for fun things.
Yeah.
So I had no other choice but to cancel the trip. My family is so sad about this, and so am I. I don't understand why people want to control what other people buy with their EBT.
Well, you dumb son of a bitch, let me tell you, you see, EBT is paid by the taxpayer. It's not your fucking money to begin with. It's a social net set up by the glorious FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, that stupid communist son of a bitch. He set up a social net so retards like you could eat off the blood, sweat, and tears and labor of the taxpayer, or you can get nice fat, get diabetes, and so let me rewind this back a bit. So Trump has changed it to where you can't buy junk food and you can't buy sugary snacks. And they're flipping out about it because, you know, they weren't buying health food or just general food. They were using it to buy crap, shit food.
Like, how is it your business what I buy with my EBT?
It's their business because the taxpayers are paying for it. Now, it just so happens that Trump, a Republican, is in office and he wants the shenanigans to end. So you're going to have about 3 more years of you not being able to buy sugary drinks or junk food. You'll have to wait till a Democrat gets back in office again to return that back on for you. But generally, EBT, I don't know if this woman is just generally retarded or if she's being rage baity on purpose because, you know, that EBT is paid by the taxpayer. So they get to choose. Generally, they should be able to choose how that money's spent. And in this case, Trump and the taxpayers don't want you spending the EBT on sodas and junk food. It's simple. It's simple. It's like 1 + 1. But then again, generally people who, not to be mean on EBT, aren't really that bright anyway. I mean, if you need it momentarily is one thing, but it wasn't meant. It was something that meant to get you, you know, to keep you steady until you got back on your feet with the job. It wasn't meant to be this perma safety net.
Save us GTA. If you loved Minecraft, you should have been there last night.
Oh, speaking of of people who live on the dependencies of others, and by the grace of God, has a whole bunch of mentally like challenged people who donate to him. You get a load of this one.
If you save us GTA. If you loved Minecraft, you should have been there last night to support it, and you weren't. So you have no one to blame but yourself. Certainly, I played Minecraft a long time. Everyone knew how it was working, that if you show up and you support the streams, I keep it in the weekly rotation. You didn't support it. That's the end of that. Cause and effect. Very simple. You work 12 hours, you couldn't make it, quit your job. Quit your job and show up to the stream and support it. What's your problem?
So without any hint of irony, Phil wants this guy to quit his job so he can watch and support his shitty fucking Minecraft stream, which were probably dog shit anyway. But this is a guy who wage quits everything. Now, if he was just to like not be a just corpulent asshole for 5 minutes, what he could have done is just been like, well, we didn't hit the goal, but we're going to keep playing this anyway because I like playing Minecraft. But Phil has some kind of mental brain damage. He's mentally challenged. So when he doesn't get his funding, he has to shut the game down and never play it again. He has to throw a little temper tantrum because he didn't make his money that day. Again, this is a guy who persists on the kindness and graciousness of other people. I don't know why God allows people to exist like this. It's a mystery to me how he can have a whole horde of dents and other mentally challenged people who will literally throw money at this man. And it's like a mystery to me how that even works. But then again, I'm talking to myself here currently with no one's. All right.
You work 12 hours, you couldn't make it, quit your job.
Again, I don't sense a joke. You know, it'd be one thing.
Quit your job and show up to the stream and support it. What's your problem?
No sense in irony. The absolute arrogance of this prick.
Support it. What's your problem?
So, the DSP, his hitting the goal for his Minecraft stream, is more important than the guy having a job, which he probably has. Well, I don't know if he's dented. I don't know. Well, I guess in this day and age, even if you're dented, you can have a wife and kids. Again, the universe is a mystery to me how any of that shit happens. But this guy's job is less important. Him feeding his family is less important. And then again, his shitty Minecraft stream. Oh, man. Holy crap. What other shit do we got?
Minutes, and then it just completely stopped. Okay? Yeah, and then the night stream happened with Minecraft. I am sad to report, everyone, Minecraft is done. The 2025 run of Minecraft is finished. Okay, tonight we basically got support for about 45 minutes, and then it just completely stopped. Just dead stop. Now, people knew what was at stake. They knew that if we didn't hit a support goal tonight, Minecraft would be off the table for a continuing playthrough. They also knew that if we hit the goal tonight, DSP tries it would likely happen later in the week, but we needed to hit a goal every stream, right? They knew that. It wasn't some mystery. I did talk to everyone about it, and everyone seemed to be on the same page.
I didn't get my funding for my DSP tries it, so I'm taking my toys and going home. Fuck you, fans.
Essentially. Oh, wow, dude.
and support happened for about 45 minutes, and then boom, nothing. So what do we?
This guy's arms.
The dents didn't show up.
We do in Minecraft tonight? A lot of fishing. It rained a lot, and we got a ton of experience levels and a ton of items. We also did a whole bathroom. We built a bathroom out of smelted stone. We put the furniture in there. We put special.
Isn't like some kind of like groundbreaking idea.
Lighting in there. I did stained glass for the first time, and I put that up. Put rugs down. It looked really nice. But then I'm never going to use it because the support didn't happen. And basically, people were like, well, we don't know what happened. I'm like, I know what happened. It's this.
Or you petulant fucking child, you do another stream with Minecraft. And then you keep playing the game regardless if you got support or not. But since you're a grifting piece of shit, and you love money so much, you're gonna punish your fans. Well, fans. Let's be honest. He doesn't have fans. He has dented, mentally challenged people who support him for whatever fucking reason. Again, it's one of those mysteries of the universe, like a black hole or what happens after death.
Simple. Minecraft's already been on life support for about a month and a half. If you guys didn't know or didn't recognize. Basically, what's been happening with Minecraft is you'll get.
You're boring as fuck. That's why. And it's nothing to do with the gameplay or game.
One or two parties who would come by the stream and would support a lot. One person would contribute a ton and name 2 or 3 things. One person would come by at the last minute and gift a bunch of subs or gift a big tip. It just didn't happen this week. There was no savior. There was no Superman who ran in at the last minute and punched Lex Luthor in the face to save the day.
Because one guy said he had a fucking job. Get a load of this guy. And this piece of shit, again, streams to like hundreds of people and gets like donations. Support, which is amazing. Maybe it's like the detractors, you get some stupid trolls who'd like throw money too.
Instead, it was a chill stream. We had a good time. It was entertaining, but we've played it for 4 months. It's been a good return run. I definitely enjoyed Minecraft with mods. I think that with mods, it is much, much better than without. But I made $60, guys, out of 150 gold. That's way underperforming. It's not even like, oh, I made $100. I made $120. Oh, why? No, it was people saw what was happening. The writing was on the wall. People are tired of Minecraft. Okay?
Fuck this guy. Alright, we're going to gaming part of the stream. And all that topics. I certainly sure shit don't want to cover DSP. I'm already depressed. If I have to watch that son of a bitch complain about making $60 or whatever, not hitting the goal, I'll just keep that to all right. Uranium? Damn. Pickle. I think we can use this to make something. But yeah, to go back to the topic earlier, at shooting Minneapolis, it's really disgusting that everyone can politicize it before anyone can even recognize a loss of 2 Christian children. That's one thing that's like abhorrent to me, that these political fucking whores and these prostitutes, you know, as if they gave a shit about the children to begin with. You know, coming out here, oh, hand over your gun, oh, right? And then the governor of, Minneapolis can come out and say, oh, we shouldn't allow the situation to go to hate. Like, a trans person fucking murdered 2 Christian children. Fuck you if you can tell me if I can't be mad at that. Some degenerate, perverted, dick-chopping weirdo blasted people in the church, and we can't be mad at that. Aye, aye, Captain. Probably gonna get banned for that.
Don't you like it pushed in your face all the time?
And then there's get a little of this. Then Laura Loomer was talking about like the threat of anti-Semitism with this mass shooter. And you had all these other Jewish commentators making it about, like, anti-Semitism about themselves. And it's like, this was an attack on Christians. So I don't know what you fuckers are talking about and bellyaching about when it's loss of Christians. Now, I know Christians and Goyim and non-Jews are technically like animals to you, but to the rest of us, we see human beings as human beings. And I don't see how... like, just because he had anti-Semitic shit on his gun, how that supersedes the loss and injury in this attack. I heard it. Anyone asked it? I think his mom worked there. I think that's probably why he picked it. I think allegedly, that's a rumor. I heard a rumor that his mother works there. But in my honest opinion, I think he was a demon-possessed. Maybe he didn't start out that way. Well, I think because he's a sexual deviant, tranny weirdo, I think he got possessed, and that's how that happened. Or if you don't believe in that, you know, the esoteric stuff, he was crazy. And, yeah. That could be from that angle, too. But mainly, it's such a clusterfuck of a situation. you have all these people, these talking heads, before we can even realize the fact that, again, 2 children lost their lives going to mass at a Catholic church where, like, it's unreal. Unfucking believable. And then earlier we played a clip where some guy spared no time in wanting to institute AI to institute pre-crime like the Minority Report. His AI would scrub through like social media posts and bring it to the police's attention, which of course that's tyranny. And yeah, that's about it. Now, of course, they said he had issues before getting guns, but allegedly because he got a new ID and it was under a new name, he went from Robert, you know what, fuck this guy and fuck his name, but anyways, because he transitioned, it was technically a new person. So he legally bought these guns. I think maybe even his mom helped him buy them. But there's rumors about either his mom helped him buy him or he bought him because he got a new identity. So, of course, every communist tyrant piece of shit from here to Washington, D.C. is like, ban the guns, Oh, why? So Christians can be even more unarmed and at the will of some sick sexual deviant that wants to kill Christians just because they're Christians? Yeah. Sounds like a good plan. Just like in Russia.
Landing initiated.
When Judeo-Bolsheviks took away people's guns and resulted in, what was it, 26 million? 27 million? The only thing I know is there was 21 more million deaths caused by communism than the Holocaust. But since those 21 million people were dirty Goyim and Christian and non-Jews, they don't matter. Mom filed for his official name change to them, but I don't understand why, since he would have been 8. Who knows? You have the politicization of the situation. You have Jewish people trying to co-opt it and kvetch and make it about them. When someone did the math, someone asked Gronk, there was a synagogue that was about 4 minutes away from that location. So if the shooter was actually anti-Semitic and a Jew hater, he would have picked that target instead of a Catholic church. I mean, either target he would select, it would have been fucking bad. Terrible. That's not what we're saying here. But you can kind of see where it's disgusting in the sense that other people are trying to make this about them instead of the actual fucking victims. Difference between loving and coddling, yeah. Well, his parents are probably a bunch of, no offense, godless, libtarded, pieces of shit. And they're, okay, honey, we love you whether you're man or woman, okay. You're a little freak. You're a gooning freak that chopped off his cock. Okay. We'll buy you AR-15 and a shotgun and a pistol. Just make sure you don't kill any black people, honey. That kind of, I mean, it probably didn't actually happen like that, but generally you can kind of get the idea. What a load of fucking bullshit. And again, people, you know, where's the FBI? This guy uploaded this bullshit. Who gives a shit? If his parents worked there, they allowed this demonic freak to shoot up a holy place. That means you're godless to me. I don't care if they went to the church. If you or whatever, liberal, communist. The same kind of filth that want us all dead anyway. But anyway, it's a load of bullshit. And of course, it's all manufactured from the government somehow, like, not to get Alex Jones, but either there's a frequency or a project to like Monarch. There's a way someone or something, an entity, is creating these mass shooters. Like, I can't actually prove that. Again, YouTube, this is just my opinion. It's speculative. But there's a clear-cut way that this is happening on such a common occurrence that it makes me believe that these freaks are being either persuaded or coerced through frequency. Maybe it's subliminal messaging. And he probably, let's be honest, he probably wanted to do the name change not because he wanted to be a woman, but because he could probably get access to buy the weapons legally. That's why I'm thinking what happened. Or not. Maybe he bought them illegally. That's still up for debate. Whether he stole them, whether his parents bought it for him. Either way, his parents are in deep shit if they did enable him to get those guns, as that makes them culpable for the crime as well, and makes them co-conspirators. Not purposefully, but I think unintentionally it'll make them co-conspirators. And I hope the families of the attack sue the shit out of his parents. I hope they take their house. I hope they take the shirt off their back. And I hope his parents are homeless and live a miserable life for the rest of their life. Homeless, penniless, and quite frankly, you know, I'll say it, quite frankly, I hope, let's just say karmic, let's hope karma, if there is such a thing, that it could find them and hunt them down like a dog. In the press conference, they just said the guns were... So, I mean, so either his parents purchased for him, or he did himself through his new identity. I don't know. If you know, hot take, but if you like mutilate yourself sexually, if you chop off your cock, your tits, or your pussy, and have it turned into a sex organ, that seems pretty crazy to me. And people who do that shit to themselves, it's crazy. So why should they have access to guns if they're mutilating their own bodies to such an extent? That's just absurd. But we live in a absurd, fucked up, topsy-turvy world. Nothing makes sense to me anymore. I think the parents had the audacity to start a GoFundMe. Funeral costs. No, I think they're probably too, that they're gonna have to leave that state. They might even have to leave the country. Because their names are gonna be known. That family's gonna be known. And I'm not advocating for shit to happen to them, but I wouldn't be too broken up over it if, I take that shit personally. And these degenerate freaks target Christians. Like, I wouldn't be too broken up if they turned out to be, like, And Twitch, this person identified as trans. Some people just say they're trans and do nothing. Yes. Look, and if, like, no one here is saying there should be a crusade against trans people. Like, I have, like, a rule, right? If you're not hurting animals and children, and everything's, like, kosher, right? If it's all, what's the word? Consenting adults. You know, you do you. If you want to tuck your wiener and, like, dance around like a woman, you know, private life, fine, whatever. You do you, but they'll leave Minnesota. And they'll probably be protected by the police. I don't know. If I had a kid that did shit like that, I'd have the common respect to fucking kill myself, is what I'd do. I would commit fucking seppuku. If I had a progeny or a child that did this shit, I would straight up get a samurai sword and commit seppuku if I had a child that did that shit. But then again, not everyone has my sentiment.
Hell, I would do that right now, and I haven't even done anything wrong.
That's the thing that has me tilted. They didn't even give it like 8 hours. They didn't even give it 8 hours to bring out the political shit. It was instant the moment it stopped. The minute that little piece of shit stopped firing and turned the gun on himself because he's a bitch, the minute he splattered his own guts or his brains or whatever, the minute his dumb, lifeless corpse hit the ground, like, the media was already just running with that anti-gun. Running with it. But yeah, those videos were fucked up. And thank God, I'll say this here. This goes out to Connor Moon. Thank God the Kiwi farmers archived that. Thank God there was people out there that archived his channel. There's people who archived the evidence of this fucking freak so we could all see it. So we could all see the proof that he was a like, sex pest degenerate weirdo that got possessed by a demon. Like, we were able to see the truth. There was no way they could hide it and spin it. Because I think it wasn't too long after the shooting, they deleted his YouTube, they scrubbed his social media. They were hoping that, you know, the citizen journalists out there that archived all this stuff, like, salute to those people, God bless. Even if it was Kiwi Farms, that's doing God's work. If there wasn't people, citizen journalists, to archive that and to document it, it would have been buried. It would have been like the Nashville shooter, right? Where we have reasons unknown, we don't know why, right? It's a good thing people were out there that archived the proof, the evidence of this freak. Because otherwise, the fucking FBI that allowed it to happen in the first place would have swept it under the rug, right? Because that's what they do. So they did with the Nashville shooter, right? Just, what? And you know the fucking FBI knew. If this fucking dickhead could post videos, right? Or you spoke about this earlier. If the fucker had videos the day before, 24 hours the day before, with political slogans painted on his gun saying he was going to do something, and the FBI didn't stop by his house 24 hours before he did that, saving the lives? Yeah, maybe not government plants, but I'm thinking that there is a form of political neglect being done by law enforcement and FBI to allow this shit to happen so they can have political fuel to ban guns and to ban people's freedom of speech. Because if it's one thing that people on the left, or maybe just tyrants in general, love, because 𝕿𝖊𝖒𝖕𝖑𝖆𝖗 even came out and was saying, anti-gun shit. Didn't he have streams scheduled for after the shooting? I haven't heard about that, but probably. And again, I made that comparison earlier. I've had a channel removed because it said thick thighs save lives. I lost a channel because of that joke. Meanwhile, this guy can post a video saying he was gonna kill people with a video of guns, and YouTube leaves that shit up. It's like, I know I said absurd like 100 times, but at this point you can't tell me that if it's not a conspiracy, it's dutiful neglect by FBI and law enforcement. I heard that somewhere. I think it was on 𝕿𝖒𝖕𝖑𝖆𝖗, not sure now. So. And again, it was 24 hours before he committed the crime. Can you imagine? Yeah. "24 hours. They had 24 hours after that little scumbag shit F slur.
And he's getting back at the world for the pain that caused him.
There's a just God. That little twerp's like burning in hellfire right now. What a little bitch. Yeah. That's not counting, the all the other stuff. He had like some kind of weird like atheist. He had like Order of the Nine Angles, which is like some satanic shit. He had all kinds of weird crap. He even had like iDubbbz, like old thing on there. And he even had something referencing H3H3. So that's a little weird too. And then of course he mentioned Brandon Herrera too, which he's a big gun YouTuber. Oh my god, oh.
Getting accosted by giant maggots.
Oh, probably. Now, I'd almost guarantee you, if they check his history, they'll find that he was a Hassan Piker Destiny fan, 100%. I'd make a bet. If there was a Kelsey bet on that, I'd be willing to bet that the FBI go through his computer, aside from the weird degenerate Gooner shit and pages he visited, they'd probably find that he watched Hassan Piker Destiny. Because he's with those kind of camps of shitheads. I feel sorry for the person who has to go through his computer. Can you imagine what kind of weird, like, horse fetish, like, shit dicks would, like, God only knows. Actually, I don't feel sorry for the FBI agents. The FBI didn't do shit and they let this happen, so. I hope they get exposed to the most horrendous, weirdest shit. Speaking of gooning, and to change the mood. Oh, for real, I feel so bad. Oh yeah, that's unreal. I can't even fathom how someone would. But there's something funny.
Meat milking.
It's gross. But oh yeah, those kids are rude. Speaking of degenerate shit.
I have created the ultimate meat milking experience inside my own home. I have connected the 𝕿𝖒𝖕𝖒𝖕𝖑𝖆𝖗 Ultra AI to the 𝕿𝖒𝖕𝖒𝖕𝖑𝖆, creating the most suction in this galaxy. When you get it at max speed,
Oh my god.
look at it go! I'm gonna get sucked dry! I'm gonna get sucked dry!
Dr. Krankenstein. I don't know who it is. It's something I came across Twitter. I was like, what the fuck? With the auto suck 3000. Oh my god.
What? What are you talking about?
Hey, stop.
Say something. Back up.
Stop.
Say something.
Stop.
Daisy, bro. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Cuff him.
Don't ask me where I get the shit. With great power comes great responsibility. I'll get proof of point.
Deep underground.
Now I see this guy everywhere, and I don't know who the hell this dude is, but this guy's so full of shit. Ex-Jesuit assassin talks calling to dogmen and family being hunted. Like, anyways.
I've seen physical beings that are definitely not like our animals up here come out of these spaces from inside the earth. I've seen in deep underground military bases dogmen, like you would kind of describe them, some more humanized. And I think a lot of those were experimentation and genetic splicing. I think.
What kind of crack is this dude smoking? Like, this guy's gotta be smoking some heavy-handed shit.
A lot of that was gene editing stuff that I've seen. But I do believe that some of these things are holdovers from the old days. They're the last of their kinds, and they've been breeding them, right? And I believe that that's the stuff that's prophesied that's going to come back out and cause the hearts of men to stop for fear of looking after these things that.
Yeah, it's, let's, not to be blasphemous, but if you took Jesus, yeah, he's basically Jesus if Jesus smoked a lot of crack. But this guy's just serious. He believes. Oh, that's one thing I'll give to this Joker is he 100% believes his own shit.
Are coming up on the earth. You know, that's why everywhere I went throughout my youth, I could go to these tunnels and these caves and call out, and I could hear them, and they would call back. You know, and it's like it's a seductive power that.
Really, you got any proof for that? Because I have no idea. Like I said, I see this guy on shorts. I see him on, like, all over the fucking place. I have no idea who this guy is. The only thing I know is he's a crackhead.
Draws you back into it.
You could call out to them, like, yeah. Was it like a language or a sound or what?
Oh yeah, man. You can learn to call to them. You can go out here in these hills out here and do it. You can still do it tonight on these full moons and stuff. You can start calling out, and you'll think you'll hear coyotes at first, and then all of a sudden it's a totally different. You know, it's a different sound that starts to resonate, and then it's a different one that calls off from.
Maybe he's eating the bottom. No, he's like, that's some industrial grade shit. I know the situation I'm in. I want to see some dog men or dog women. What kind of industrial grade stuff is he smoking?
Over here, right? You got to understand some of these guys that you think are just.
I should have asked. Oh God, yeah, that's what I would have done to be an asshole. Oh, what does it sound like?
neighbors and stuff, or just people. This is what they keep in their barn. This
Can you
stuff
kill
they
'em?
keep. Yeah, absolutely.
What?
You know, I go out hunting for these things.
I understand. I understand completely, man. I was that being said, I got.
Oh, so now this guy is what? It's Van Helsing over here, going out with his fucking crossbow, huh? Hunting dogmen. Welcome, familiar human. This crackhead Jesus over here is claiming he sees dogmen.
Hooked back into it with Timothy Alberino and Steve Quill and a lot of these guys when I was married, and my wife didn't know anything about this whole stinking world of who I was and everything else.
How'd you meet her? What?
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is what was it, Nephilim assassin? No, Jesuit assassin, excuse me. What a fucking crackhead. I shoot Bigfoot, but it turns out it was really a guy in a Bigfoot costume. You go to jail for murder? Well, I mean, if no one saw it, you could just leave his corpse out there. Only bad thing is, not legal advice, but I would melt the gun down and get rid of it, along with any form of ammunition you used with it. If you smoke a Bigfoot. Now again, if no one saw you, you're alone out in the woods, you disassemble the gun, you take the ammo you used, and you destroy it. And God help you if you paid with a credit card, because then that will show up in your purchase history. Beef jerky. Now, just don't be fucking the Bigfoot like that one dude.
Your wife, if she didn't know who you were. You suckered her. You suckered her.
That's a way to put it, man.
She's still with you, so she loves you. You know,
bro. She's all in, man. She's amazing. Cool. She is my shield bearer, man. She's amazing. We have waged a war together beyond.
What the fuck what kind of shit's dude smoking? Shield bearer? Not legal advice. Now, if you fuck and kill a Sasquatch, well, I don't know.
Your wildest imaginations. She has seen the full force of the occult come after us, and people slaughtering sacrifices to try to desecrate us, and people try to hunt us and murder us in front of her face.
She's seen it.
In front of my children's face. They've sent special kill teams after us in front of my children's face, man. And I have seen the living power.
We're supposed to believe this. Hold on, let's rewind that. Pardon?
How'd you meet her? Your wife, if she didn't know who you were? You suckered her. You suckered her.
That's a way to put it, man.
She's still with you, so she loves you. You know,
bro. She's all in, man. She's amazing. Cool. She is.
You guys heard that too, right?
She is my shield bearer, man. She's amazing. We have waged a war together beyond your wildest imaginations. She has seen the full force of the occult come after us, and people slaughtering sacrifices to try to desecrate us, and
Yeti and Spunk Cave. Skunking. That's
people try to hunt us and murder us in front of her face.
She's seen it.
In front of my children's face. They've sent special kill teams after us in front of my children's face, man.
So we haven't heard about this in the news. There's a shadowy organization that sent kill teams after this guy, and we haven't heard about this in the news. Young father defends his family from kill teams of assassins. 4 bodies discovered, right? How's this guy not been in jail if he killed 4 people? I mean, granted, self-defense, but you would still have the local police going, yeah, you got 4 or 5 dead bodies from this kill team at your fucking house. He's probably on acid, right? And the thing is, this guy, like 𝕿𝖊𝖒𝖕𝖑𝖆𝖗, what is he talking about? We're trying to figure that out. So apparently, Dash replied, this guy's an ex-Jesuit assassin. And earlier he was talking about, like, dogmen and wolf warriors and shit. And now he's claiming that kill teams have been sent against his family in front of his children. So this guy's killed an entire, like, kill team in front of his kids. He definitely's on acid or something. Yeah, dude, he's on some industrial grade shit.
And I have seen the living power, man. recent.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That being said, man, I do believe that there is a hierarchy and you can call upon the Most High, man, and He has
Yeah.
delivered us. And I've never had to fire a shot at any of these guys. I haven't had to take out their drones. I have seen supernatural intervention. I've seen their weapons jam in front of my face, like chapter in the book called Murder on Their Minds, where I talk all about it, man. I've seen Him provide supernatural miracles because you got to understand, we're dealing with the fallen. We are not dealing.
So you're telling me the hand of God Himself, like, let's not be blasphemous, the hand of God Himself just greased these kill teams and spectral ghosts and occult warfare. Shrooms like in Mario. No, those shrooms ain't shit. This dude's
with the Most High, and He owns a much more powerful arsenal. And let me tell you, at His word, all these nations, kingdoms, and thrones will bow. And it's an absolute reality. It's an inevitability. And so that's why I serve Him, man.
A friend like this in the early 2000s who smashed meth out of smoked meth out of light bulbs. At around exactly like 3 a.m. trying to get me to join Jitsu with him. That's wild.
And because I've seen what the power of covenant is. And I had a covenant with the law of sin and death before in my life, but now I have a covenant with the Most High of peace and life.
Law, sin, and death. So this guy. True story. Well, I mean, it's glass, so technically. You just screw off the bottom? Now, you see, we're living in a world where that's more sane than whatever this dude's talking about.
And He's giving me a new purpose. He's giving me a family. He's giving
Covenant with sin and death. So this guy not only has God as personal hitman,
giving me a mission. He's giving me the opportunity to do the things I dream.
I've only. So let's replay this whole thing from the beginning for Dasher By. So, ex-Jesuit assassin, dogs are calling to dogmen, and family being hunted.
I've seen physical beings that are definitely not like our animals up here come out of these spaces from inside the earth. I've seen in deep underground military bases, dogmen, like you would kind of describe them, some more humanized. And I think a lot of those were experimentation and genetics.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, apparently he's in business with a lot of people, apparently.
Splicing. I think a lot of that was gene editing stuff that I've seen. But I do believe that some of these things are holdovers from the old days. They're the last of their kinds, and they've been breeding them, right? And I believe that that's the stuff that's prophesied that's going to come back out and cause the hearts of men.
Yeah, I'd consider that heresy, but you do you.
To stop for fear of looking after these things that are coming up on the earth. You know, that's why everywhere I went throughout my youth, I could go to these tunnels and these caves and call out.
Now, skipping a beat, that's one thing that's concerning about this, is this guy's so full of shit, and he's telling it like it's truth.
And I could hear them, and they would call back, you know, and it's like it's a seductive power that draws you back into it.
You could call out to them, like, was it like a language or a sound or what?
Oh, yeah, man. You can learn to call to them. You can go out here in these hills.
I can summon the dog woman and fuck them. Yeah, man.
Out here and do it. You can still do it tonight on these full moons and stuff. You can start calling out, and you'll think you'll hear coyotes at first, and then all of a sudden it's a totally different, you know, it's a different sound.
That's a wild chat. I can't. What other crazy shit do I have in my bookmarks? Okay, so the confessionals. The Twitter is called the confessionals, and people believe that shit. That is absurd. Well, I'll give him that. It's entertaining. I mean, the lore he's came up with is pretty legendary. Either out of his mind or just pathological liar. Or oh, that guy belongs to the 1970s. He is the 1970s. Yeah, because that no way, like, that is nuts. Definitely both, yeah. Pathological liar and smokes crack. Oh, here's this. I don't know if I covered this in an earlier video, but I mean, it's just since we're here. You gotta love this bullshit. Don't do drugs, kids. I know the way how that guy's selling it, it makes it sound awesome.
For people to recognize that it's not right, it's not just a small act, it's a thing that can make someone feel really quite uncomfortable. So I think it's important Surrey Police are taking it so serious. It's one of our force priorities, and for me that makes me feel proud to work for Surrey Police, because for me it's such a personal experience, and I know for a lot of other, if not all other women who experience it, so I feel empowered to be a part of such a...
So if you're trying to piece together what this is, so in the UK, there's Muslim rape gangs that rape children, they rape women, they rape about anything they get their hands on. Animals, women, children. And the United Kingdom, in its infinite wisdom, wants to police cat calling and wolf whistling. Nice ass, baby. You do that, and they'll throw you in jail and fine you for it. But the Islamists that are fucking their way through town and raping their way get released days later. But don't you dare. Don't you dare, chat. Don't you dare. Yeah, nice ass. Straight to jail. You degenerate fuck. How dare you?
Such an operation.
These women aren't friends out for a run. They're actually undercover police officers taken to the streets in Surrey as part of a new operation trying to stop people catcalling and harassing female runners.
For real.
Get honked at, the staring, the hanging out of the window just to look at us. And
Oh my god, they're looking at my, I can't do an English accent. They look at me bum. They look at me tight bum in my workout pants. Why does it sound like a dude? It's so prevalent. Why they be chicking up my cheeks? They where? They are?
And police teams are ready to...
Or maybe it's Australia. I don't know where Surrey is. Basically, it's in some Britbangistan where they're too busy policing people. Nice ass. Catcalling versus Islamists, like, you know, again, raping their way through town. Oh yeah, stop looking at public.
To intervene the moment the officers are beeped at, followed, or shouted at, pulling people over.
Those kind of behaviours may not be criminal offences in themselves, but they still need to be addressed. And of course, the people that are likely to commit those kind of behaviours.
You see this fucking twink beta over here. Officer Twinkenstein.
You know, they may then go on to commit more serious offences or more serious behaviours.
Oh, what was that? So, in your reptile brain, nice ass or woo, it's going to lead to rape. But you're going to turn a blind eye to the Islamists that are quite literally, like, raping everybody. Make it make sense. Yeah, I think it's the United Kingdom. Yeah, that fucking, like, no offense, that shithole island where you can't own guns, you can't own swords, but yet every other migrant and And refugee has a machete and sword.
Serious offences or more serious behaviours.
For
the United Kingdom. Priorities. And to target children. Yeah. Or it's not just Islamists. Let's be fair. There's Pakistanis. Well, I guess Indians. Not Pashtun, but what's the ethnic term? Punjabis. Anyways, at least we can laugh at the absurdity.
In DC tomorrow as the first city.
I mean, let's to cover our own asses here on YouTube. Not all Muslims, but only select few. Let's not let a few rotten apples upset the apple cart. And there's some that are exceptions to the rule.
Hey, so tomorrow's when it all changes. It starts in DC tomorrow as the first city that he takes over.
Hey, I'm Italian. Tomorrow's when it all starts over here. Boston.
The curfew. There's a curfew in DC now, by the way. Citywide curfew starting at one time. There's like a juvenile curfew. This is the federal takeover. This is it.
No, it's not. You see, people are getting carjacked and robbed. There was a what do they call it? People who work for free. What is that? My brain has literally shit its pants. Okay, so when you work for someone for free and you get like experience out of it. You don't commit crimes, you don't do anything to worry about. Exactly. I can find out how that works. These two are present carjacking. Well, anyways, there was someone who was working for a senator apprenticeship. It's kind of like that. Anyways, it's like apprenticeship. It's like a C word, I think. Anyway, someone was working for some politicians, and he actually got shot in the fucking face. Carjacked, shot in the face. Thank God I don't live in DC. Yeah, shit. But yeah, that's why the National Guard's being mobilized alongside the police. I think the DC police has been nationalized under Trump. So it's not, this guy's blown it up to be like there's like stormtroopers in the streets and shit, when it's like that's not the case.
So come and take it. Come and take it. This is it.
Let's see, we're August 28th, and I haven't seen this big boy, this Billy Badass over here, out in the streets picking fights with National Guard, have you? I haven't either. Internship, there we go, thank you, familiar human. My brain wasn't absolute. There's a kid who's interning for a politician. And I've heard too that Trump wants to send in the National Guard to Chicago and Detroit and other places. Out of context. Come and take it. Alright, what other stupid shit? I reckon the shittiest parts of Detroit, the National Guard shouldn't have a hard time. Oh, you live in Detroit? You can pay me to live in DC or any other Democrat show, for that matter.
Who cares more?
Oh, here's a good one. Jackpot. A crackpot and a jackpot.
Fuck every single one of you. Who cares more about your stupid fucking gun than the lives of kids? You are so dumb. Your Second Amendment is not unlimited. You are just the most horrible humans on the planet that you.
Oh! Yeah, just like those Jews, I'm pretty sure if you went back to 1930s Germany, and you told them, oh, hey, if you give up your guns, you're gonna be sent to death camps, I'm pretty sure they would rethink sending their guns in. Yeah, it sucks, but, you know, the optics aren't the best, but yeah. Act like Trump's forcing national pardons. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, our rights don't end where your feelings begin. I know that's kind of shitty to say. Or Russia, you know, we don't have to always do the tired Nazi Germany shit. You know, Russia did the same thing where it was only like military, had guns. Well, she's getting there. That's probably the next step. Because that's the next step in the brainworm, like, progression. Getting that, like, septum piercing.
Who care more about your fucking guns than kids? I hope karma is horrible to you. All of you.
Well, I think karma works where if you're a bad person doing bad things come to you. So if you own a gun and you're not doing anything bad with it, then I think good things won't come to you because you're minding your own P's and Q's. Then again, look who we're talking about. Oh, yeah, karma's bad. Bad to you. And this woman who's talking about, you know, thinking the children bullshit, and therefore, like, you know, the LGBTQ, mutilation of children, abortion. Like, we won't get into, like, those touchy subjects, but they're all for that. But I guess where they draw the line between a kid going in to get, like, tits and cock chopped off or an abortion, I guess they draw the line at a gun doing it. You see Barrington's video about correlation between septum piercing and seemingly insane behavior. These people weak and are not capable of taking responsibility for their own safety, nor the safety of their family. That's right. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Let's say tyranny does happen. Like, this bitch is going to be the first person that's... Let's say there's a societal collapse. I mean, she's not a looker. But then again, she'll probably be the first one to be in someone's, like, harem of sex slaves. Like, just saying. You don't have guns. That's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be some warlord's, like, fleshlight. That's gross. Are you literally scared of guns? Because they've never been around them. They're always hearing the bullshit. That they're like a hammer, in my opinion. There's literally no difference between a hammer, nail gun. They're really all just tools. Well, here's something that's kind of funny. Well, the defense guns are always killing people. But like one Indian dude was like, nope. Like guns. All right, let's watch that one more time. That's kind of funny. Dashing with oddity. Oh. What's happening? One more TikTok cringe, and then we won't torture you with any more.
Mega! Mega! Are you home?
No, we're not home. Please leave a message after the beep.
Are you awake? Are you awake yet?
Not anymore, bitch. What?
Do you see what's happening? He's taking over the DC City Police.
Good. Perfect. Wunderbar. Excelsior.
Oh my gosh, are you awake yet?
Good. You know, quite frankly, since we're being honest, I wish a fucker would. I wish we could get some, like, authoritarian guy to just lock it down and drive out all crime. That sounds good to me. I don't know about you guys. What the fuck is their outfit? Yeah, who knows?
This is a regime. This is a full government takeover. And I tell you what.
Perfect. Just what I wanted.
He's sitting there with his little finger. He's sitting with his finger on the button to pull martial law. He can't wait to do that.
Oh, I can't wait till he does that. Stop it, lady. You're getting me hard.
And guess what? He'll set up his pearly little gates all around DC and keep himself protected.
Perfect. Fine.
Y'all are dumb as fuck.
Oh, that's not nice. I didn't come out here saying, look at your busted ass. You look like the fucking xenomorph. Like, look at your gums. Waiting for a second tongue to jart out of the screen. Fucking dinosaur looking ass.
I can't.
Dude, that's rude.
Understand how anyone can.
Oh god, we got a Starbucks, like, cappuccino clapper over here. Can't believe people want law and order. Wearing a shirt with a bicycle on it. Well, I bet she's a community bicycle too. I bet everyone's had a ride on that one. Hey.
Support this or not.
I swear to God, if she claps one more time. Holy shit, it's a dinosaur. Wait, hold on. Hold on. We got to do it now. Wait. Hold up.
Mega!
Oh! Oh shit. Perfect. What a masterpiece. Oh shit. All right. Where were we? Shit. Oh, man.
Go in the museums and stuff, then you would know. I've brought my kids to
Wait, what?
Crime in DC is down, like 34%.
Well, it's 84% now. Thank you. Thank you, bad orange Cheeto man.
I think was the last numbers. It's not an unsafe city, you people. Maybe
not an unsafe city. Not an unsafe city.
if you got off your damn couch, stopped watching Fox News, and actually traveled and go places, maybe to DC, maybe you could learn a little history, go in the museums and stuff, then you would know. I brought my kids to DC. We rode bikes. My dog.
Yeah, because you were in the main mall. If you were to go a block and a half the other way, you'd be a crime statistic within half an hour. Mall safe. A few blocks over. Fucking tourist areas aren't, yeah, what you talking about, dipshit, exactly.
My daughter was 8 years old. So, and we didn't even stay in the city. We biked from out in the suburbs.
In the suburbs.
Give me a fucking break. Oh! To the rest of y'all, peace out.
Alright, whatever. Neighborhood bicycle, fucking raptor slut, whatever. Oh god, okay.
Drinking ayahuasca with the shaman stew.
Speaking of dry agons, we'll end it on this one.
Chilling in the mountains of Peru, drinking ayahuasca with the shaman stew. Peppers and Pedro that shift the mood. I've been learning about myself, finding out my truth. I've been healing my soul, tried the best medicine. I've been learning shit from the aliens, like I were all
doing more than learning shit from the aliens. Looks like.
Connected to the pyramids and how we used to use them for time traveling. Now I'm astral projecting, remembering how to navigate the ether. Sound heals didgeridoo, singing bowls every lyric. Medicinal truth, sound transforms DNA. My mind's making things move.
Lady, you need to simmer down on the drugs. I think that's his wife. I think you're right, Red Feather.
Any infection, I heal that too. I've been doing things your brain can't compute. They'll say it's magic, but you could do it too. Just open up your heart and
I don't want to be doing what you're doing. Like, at all.
let it channel through. I've been chilling in the mountains of Peru, drinking ayahuasca with the shaman stew. Peppers and
She's like retardedly hot, but there's a tempting offer, but I have to pass. God knows what else has been on or around that. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to try some drugs. Kidding. Yeah, something. Yeah, I'm dungeon. Alright, so I'll end that stream here. Thanks, Red Feather, Dash Pie, and Familiar Human for coming out. Oh, man. What's a hoot? Thanks. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe, stay happy, and I don't have shit for advice, but if you can, save some money. You know, there's crypto, silver, gold, stocks if you can. Other than that, I don't really have any other advice that'd be helpful, but anyways, thanks for being a part of the stream. Thanks for making it interesting. See you next time.